Hey everybody, I'm Jesse, and welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks Live. Excuse me. And before I get started here, let me get my chat right. There we go. And I'm gonna move over here a little bit. There we go. That's better. All right. So, we have Muskogee Land. Christopher, Fox in the Shed. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Glad to see you here. Today, I was just going to start off the conversation by talking about this Epstein bullshit. That's, what everybody's talking about and stuff. And I said it months ago. Ezekiel Moore, Metal Gear. What's up, fellas? I'm going to bitch about Epstein and all that bullshit. I said months ago that if they, and when I talked about the JFK files and the Epstein list and all this shit, and I said if they ever did release anything that it would just be a big nothing burger, right? They're not going to tell us shit. They're not, they're not going to, if they did release anything about any of this stuff, if they ever do, then it's going to be heavily redacted, or it's just going to be some made up shit, some shit they made up. Jack Mohack, what's up? Dark Crypto, what's going on? I'm late? Oh, okay, Jack. All right. No, you're not late. Right on time, Jack. But that's the way it's going to be. I don't know anything about what's going on with the Epstein thing right now. I just know that I was talking to my wife on the way home from work today, and she said that they voted to make the files public or whatever they did. But still, we're not going to know anything after they make this shit public. Whatever they're going to do, we're not going to know shit. They're not, like I said, it will be heavily redacted. It will be, or just some made up bullshit. We don't know, And then they have these women. Why is it always so confusing? Why do they always try to confuse the shit out of us? Why is it always blurry and gray and nobody knows what the hell is going on with this kind of government shit, right? Whenever the government's involved with anything. But anyway, these women are coming up, and they're victims of Epstein and stuff, and they were on the island, and they're saying that they were on the Epstein Island and they were molested when they were 15 and 16 and stuff. Okay. And please release the Epstein files and all this, right? And the thing that struck me when I heard them asking this stuff and telling their short part of their story and asking for the Epstein files to be released, I'm thinking, why don't you just say the names? Why don't you just tell us now? If you were there, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you just spout some names? I saw Bill Humphreys or John Doe or whoever coming in and out, and and the other thing about this whole smoke and mirrors magic show is that do any of us honestly believe they're going to go drag billionaires and ex-presidents and all these politicians and shit to start dragging people out of Congress and stuff and throwing cuffs on them and throwing them in jail for child molestation and all this shit? You know what I'm saying? Does anybody believe that will happen? No matter what they decide, to show us, no matter what. So, and that's disregarding the whole thing, the issue with the Trump administration, Bondi, and I forget the FBI guy's name, Kash Patel. They were talking big shit about how they were going to get the Epstein files released, And even after Trump was elected, Pam Bondi was talking shit about how she had a stack of files like this on her desk, and it just took a lot of time to go through them. And then a couple months later, she's saying, well, there aren't any files. There is no Epstein file, right? All that's just, all that's just smoke. It's just, there's nothing there. There isn't even a there, and all this bullshit. So who knows? But the only thing I know is that in 3 weeks or a month, we're still not going to know. You know what I'm saying? It's all just bullshit. We blame Tripwire, Jack? Oh, for you being late, not for the Epstein conspiracy. I was going to say, shit, we can blame Trip if you want. Rocker, what's up, Rocker? Crusader Survivor, what's up, dude? Planet Xer, what's going on? Glad to see y'all here. Robert, what's up, Robert? Yeah, no, but that Metal Gear, supposedly he was on the island too. He spent a lot of time on the island too with his smoke and mirrors, doing magic on the island. What are you typing in Russian, Planet X? Chaz, what's up, Chaz? You finally get back down to planet Earth, dude? Glad to see your chute opened again. The gig is up, children of the corn, Muskogee land. Yeah, dude. Glad to see y'all here. Hey, Crusader. Hey, everybody. Glad to see y'all here. Yeah, drugs. Yeah, Dark Crypto. Yiddish or Hebrew. Yeah, I don't know what the hell he typed up there. I wonder if, Planet, did you do that on purpose, or is that just YouTube throwing us some weird shit? Oliver Rust, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here. And, and that's the thing. One thing, when get into politics and shit, once in a while I talk about politics. I try not to very much because, it's just a pain in the ass, dude. It's all bullshit. So try not to talk about politics too much. But Wheel Gauge, what's up, dude? Happy Tuesday, Wheel Gauge. But honestly, in this day and age, these scumbag politicians have stolen a lot of our cultural issues and appropriated them for their political ends, right? So they can get up there and bang their stump for whatever, for whatever damn thing they want. And so everything is kind of merged with politics now. And but it's just a pain in the ass sometimes, though. But anyway, I support Trump, in a lot of the things he does. A hell of a lot more than I did Biden. But some things I have to question. You know what I'm saying? Why not just release the shit the first day he stepped into office? Why not just release the shit? He knew we all wanted it to be released. Why the delay? Why all the weird shit? Why it's there and we're going to release it? Oh, there's nothing to release. There's nothing there. That dude Kash Patel went on Joe Rogan and just kind of sputtered and said, oh, there were just no Epstein files. There just wasn't any. They just don't exist. And now they just voted to release them. The things that he said didn't exist. He said on Joe Rogan that they didn't exist, and then before that, Pam Bondi said that there was just too much of them. The files were just too thick. It took time to go through all that shit. And then Pam Bondi said they didn't exist. And now Congress just voted to release this shit that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? That whole Trump thing, they're still the government. I don't care how much I want to support them and stuff, how much I would love, for them to go down in history as the best administration ever. They're still government, and I can't make myself trust them 100%, especially when this kind of weird, shady shit is going on. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. And I know I sound like a Trump hater or a liberal or something, but I'm not. I voted for the dude 3 times, and I would vote for him again. So I wouldn't take it back. I just got questions about this shit. They should make it clear. Tell us what the hell's going on, and quit all the duplicity and the shady shit and the magic tricks and the smoke and mirrors and shit. It's getting old. Oh, okay, Planet X. Yeah, Muscovy Land. It's all a damn joke, dude. Yeah. No, like I said, I voted for the dude 3 times. I'm not bashing the dude or anything. He's done a lot of good shit. The only real problem I have is that he's not deporting illegals fast enough for me. He needs to pick up the damn pace. You know what I mean? But other than that, I question some stuff he does, and I'm more than willing to admit that I don't know. Maybe some shit's going on that I just don't understand. But that's how it always is with government. It's always some weird, shady shit that I don't understand, and I got to try to put the pieces together, and then I'm a conspiracy theorist for trying to come up with an answer to this weird shit. So, Shannon, what's up? Good evening, Shannon. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you got another Discord link, go ahead and throw it down there. I'll pin it for you, Planet Xer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing, Christopher. How does their behavior, except for the fact that, at a just a deep down moral level, we don't want our leaders to be child molesters. I think that's not a big thing to ask. Just don't have child molesters, running our country, or staying out of prison. I don't think child molesters should be free to run around, and I don't think that making $100 billion gives you the license to be able to molest children with no repercussions. I think you should face justice if that's what the thing is. So, that kind of stuff. Injustice, the justice system is screwed. The corporations are screwed. They just let old Zuckerberg off the hook for anti-monopoly or monopolistic practices, because Facebook is just buying up other things like Instagram, other social media, and but they let them off. They let Facebook off because that's what they do now. They don't shut down corporations and break up corporations for monopolistic practices anymore. They just let them go and keep doing it. Trump training, Oliver Rust. Drunken Irish DNA. Yeah, I've got a lot of Scottish and German DNA. Yeah, I just want to live in reality and know the truth. There's just something inside me that demands the truth, you know? I mean, I see people lying and shit, and I can't help but try to figure out the truth if I can't just call them out, you know? A lot of peaches? Yeah, I like peaches. I like all kinds of fruit though. Melons, peaches. I don't know of a fruit that I don't like. The country metal? Who's that, Jack? Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, R. Snyder? There he is. Welcome to the show. Snyder, glad to see you here, man. A level 1 server? Oh, I can stream on Discord? I didn't even know that. I didn't know you could do that. I thought, I don't know. I don't know much about other social media, um, sites or whatever. I don't spend a whole lot of time with them. I'll look into it though. Did you put the link yet? I've been looking for the link. Yeah, well, that's how it should be, Crusader. I've been saying that for a while about justice. Justice should be swift. It should be strict, and it should be public. We should have a long row of trees and and a long row of short ropes, and it should be televised and streamed and shit, and everybody should know the consequences. They should know what it looks like. They should know what they're facing. I mean, literally to the twitching of the boots and shit, what they are facing. So, yeah, if you did that, that would deter a lot of violent crime and stuff and all this weird shit that's going on. Swift and public justice would be a large deterrent. Yeah. Yeah, Metal Gear. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, Crusader. We used to walk to the library to find the truth, you know? I mean, we would search for the truth. And it's that's one of the main things about society today that's just so hard to stomach is all the fraudulence, you know? The lies, and all the shit they said about Trump when y'all remember the bloodbath thing when he said it was going to be a bloodbath, and then they said, and the media picked it up and took it out of context and said he was saying that it was going to be a civil war and people were going to die and shit, when he was meaning an economic bloodbath. And he was talking about the automobile industry and shit. It was, they just completely twisted what he said and lied and took it out of context. So you cannot trust anything these people say. You can't trust anything you see on the internet anymore because of AI. My wife is constantly showing me her phone. Hey, honey, is this AI? Yup, that's AI. And she'll be like, shit, damn it, I like this video. She hates that AI shit, but she can't tell the difference, you know? So it just so fraudulent, and it's just reality and truth that I don't know. I miss those days when shit was real, you know. It was good. Things were good when it was real. When you could trust what you heard. If you saw it on video back in the 80s, it was real. They couldn't fake that shit, you know. I mean, they could make a studio and make a movie, you know, fake it like that. But if you saw a dog doing something neat on, you know, like, remember that show, something about crazy animals or something, animal something, And they'd have pets that do all this quirky, weird thing. You know, those pets were out really doing that shit. You know, back then we did. We knew that somebody caught their pet doing some crazy shit on camera. Now, the shit's fake. 99% of that shit is fake now. All that crazy pet shit you see now. Okay. I'll just have to look it up and find out how to do it. Planet X streaming on Discord. I didn't know you could. Probably do it at the same time, I guess. I don't know. Oh no, Crusader, I'm not going anywhere. YouTube, I'll stream to. If I stream somewhere else, I'll stream there at the same time. You know what I mean? This is just where I'll be from now on until I can't do it anymore physically for some reason. You know, if I get hit by a truck or something, I don't know. But yeah, no, you don't have to worry about me going anywhere, Crusader. I'll be here for the foreseeable future. But yeah, no, I'll just stream to Discord as well on top. You know, at the same time. That's how that works. Yeah, yeah, Wheel Cage. Make the Blood Eagle great again. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. Have you've seen that TV show Vikings? Is that where you got that from? I just watched that episode a couple days ago. I'm watching that series now again for like the fourth time. I love that TV show. But yeah, make the Blood Eagle great again. That's awesome, dude. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Make it great again and make it public. Live stream that shit and let these people know that that is justice. You're not, you're not gonna get off from killing a 6-year-old boy. You're not gonna get out of prison in 10 years. You know what I mean? Your ass will be blood eagled in a very public way. Yeah. Yeah, Crusader. Yeah, we'd talk and call out some bullshit when we saw it, and yeah, go to the library, or if you had a set of encyclopedias handy, look that shit up and find out the truth. Yeah. Now, you go to the internet, but most of that is bullshit. Wikipedia is just they go in and edit their own shit. You know what I mean? The people have been, so many companies and people have been busted, whitewashing their own Wikipedia page. It's just disgusting. It's not easy to tell AI apart now, Crusader. That shit's hard. I mean, you've got to know what to look for. There are small details in it and you need to know what to look for. It's not just cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's like my wife watches dog pictures or dog videos, pet videos and shit. And she'll show me a picture, a video, and she'll say, "Is this AI?" And it'll just take me 2 seconds to look at the dog, and its fur is just completely perfect. It's just too perfect. The fur is too perfect. And I can tell right away. I just know by that look that it's AI. You know what I mean? And then you add to that, the dog's fur is just perfect, and the dog is doing some crazy shit that dogs don't do. You know what I mean? So then that tells me right there it's AI. So yeah. But other things, you can look at the video behind it and see sometimes letters. It'd be a McDonald's sign back there, but it won't say McDonald's on it. It'll have letters that resemble McDonald's. So your eye doesn't pick it up when you're looking at the focal point, the dog. You know what I mean? But if you go back and watch the video again and look around the background of it, you'll see shit just isn't right. Those words kind of look blurry and they're squiggly and they're not right. License plates don't look right there. You can tell it's in the details like that. Yeah, Ezekiel, yes, it's by design to keep us confused, and that is That is, I think, the main goal of all of this bullshit is to keep us confused. There is nothing better for the powers that be than a confused population. We don't know what to eat. We don't know who to trust. We don't know what's real. What do we know? I mean, when I really think about it, I don't know hardly anything. I mean, no. Yeah, I know what 2 + 2 is, and I know how to build a tiny house and shit. But when we're talking about government and economics and shit, I don't know. I just try to use common sense and put pieces together and try to figure it out. But I don't know. Yeah, Muskogee Land. Send me an email, dude. I saw your comment. I just haven't been able to get to it yet. Greasebag, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here, man. Yeah, our cartoons on Saturday morning were more real than this bullshit now. Yeah, corporate greed, Metal Gear. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. No problem, Crusader. Thank you for watching, dude. Shit, thank you very much. You deleted some entries from Wikipedia? Was it your Wikipedia page, Crusader? You went in there and fixed a couple things. The dead internet theory? No, Greasebag. I'm gonna write that down right now, though, dude. Dead internet theory. I'm gonna check it out. It sounds interesting as hell. Night Clerics, what's up, dude? Yeah, some stuff, Greasebag, some stuff AI just has trouble with. And that's just, once you figure those things out, you kind of know what to look for, and AI cannot use copyrighted words and shit, so they can't put McDonald's up there because it's copyrighted, okay? So McDonald's could sue them. So they'll have to make some squiggly stuff that kind of looks like the word McDonald's. Not really letters and shit. It's just, kind of shapes up there. But when you're not paying attention, that's just a McDonald's sign back there. Back there in the distance or whatever. So you'll be able to, you can catch on to that kind of shit too. Especially when it's a brand name, Then it'll kind of look like the word Nike, and the swoosh will be a little different and shit, but they will not put Nike on there. You know what I mean? With the Nike swoosh, that's copyrighted. It won't do it. There are probably some black market AIs that will, I'm sure, but everyone that I've seen won't do it. Yeah, signs are inconsistent and misspelled in the background. Yeah, Raziel. Hey, Raziel, what's up, dude? Did you sneak in here on me? AI narration is super annoying, Shannon. Yeah, it's getting better, though. It really is. And it's not far, we're not far from it just being natural, human voice, and you're not going to be able to tell the difference. We're not very far from that. Yeah, it should, Jack. AI should be. AI should, in my opinion, AI should be illegal. I mean, just what service is it going to do for us besides take our jobs? I mean, honestly, can anybody tell me when? Maybe in the medical industry, it can diagnose things that human doctors wouldn't catch. Okay, because I've heard that it's got like a 99% accuracy rate. You tell AI your symptoms and it'll tell you what you got. So that's awesome. Use that shit in the medical industry. But to have 16-year-old kids dating AI and all this all this bullshit and AI doing all the programming and making all these fake videos now. So a lot of these shorts and stuff you're going to see now are going to be AI, because a big company will just, they'll just crank out 1,000 of them a day and just splash them out there, and they'll pay for ads. And small channels would just be drowned out with these huge companies making thousands of AI videos and paying to promote them, and they'll just cash in. It'll be a cash cow for these huge companies here pretty quick, and it'll be hard for people to tell the difference. So creators like me will be in trouble. Maybe not ones directly like me who do live streams, hour-long live streams and stuff, but the ones who do those goofy pet videos and stuff and all that kind of shit, or that goofy shit, they'll be in trouble. Nah, not the commies don't even like commies. You know what I mean? Nobody should like commies. Rusty Doob. Yeah. I've been confused my whole life too, dude. You're not alone. Yeah, Ezekiel. Okay, Red Vox. AI YouTube channel. Yeah, that's going to be, that's just going to become the norm. You know what I mean? It's going to be, why not? If I was a huge business and I was into, making money and shit, I would start cranking out AI videos. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Make more money. And if that's your thing, if you're a huge corporation, that's all you care about is making more money, higher profits. You have AI, crank out some videos. You know what I'm saying? And post them. And a lot of people are going to be out of jobs. It's going to be a tsunami. When it happens, it's going to be a tsunami. Yeah, we're gonna have unemployment is just gonna skyrocket over like 3 to 5 years, something like that. It's just gonna skyrocket. Yeah, Night Claris, you can't put Pandora back in the box. Yeah, once it's out, and there's so much money in it that it's never going to go away, no matter how bad it is. People are going to use that shit. People are going to fawn over it. They're going to fall in love. I talked about it the other day, that AI country music singer is top charts. People are in love with that AI, in love with his music and his soul and all this shit, and it's an AI. It's not even a him. It's just a robot. So people can't wait to fawn over that shit. They can't wait. They're dying to fall in love with AI. So I don't get it. I don't understand it. But all the music, singers, musicians, actors, all that shit, everybody's in trouble. They're all going to lose their jobs. Crabman, what's up, dude? Yeah. Talking about one part of the country and showing a geographical area that has nothing to do with the info. Yeah. Gives it away every time. Laura, what's up, Laura Ann? How's it going? Oh yeah, Rosie. Yeah, the Joker wasn't real in the first place. David Attenborough? Oh, okay. Yeah, that is true. He's done a lot of voice work and stuff. Yeah, Shannon. I've never heard his AI voice, so I don't know. But I that sounds accurate. Yeah, that sounds like totally believable. Yeah, the movie Surrogates. I'm gonna have to check that one out, Crusader. Bacon Commander. What's up, dude? Commanding that bacon. Oh yeah. The our music was one of the most defining things about Gen X. Oh, we know how to rock. Yeah, shit. Yep, you're right. Bacon. Yeah, you're right. We knew how to rock, dude. Yep. They had the hippie shit and some of that shit's kind of cool, but it's the Beatles and all that kind of even the Doors and stuff like that. I like a couple Doors songs and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but they just weren't. They didn't rock, dude. And all this panty waist shit that they got now just doesn't kick ass like Motley Crue and Def Leppard and Skid Row, and you know what I'm saying. We had some kick ass bands, dude. We knew how to rock. Van Halen, yep, yeah, Van Halen. Yeah, yeah, there you go, Raziel. Ignore that shit and go on with your day. Oh yeah, who's that? Crabman? Yeah, Pyromania. Yep. Yeah, dude. Rock of Ages. Hell yeah. Who said that? Everything. Yeah, Christopher. We were so extreme, dude. Man, I missed that shit. We were extreme, dude, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. We were so extreme. Love that extreme shit, dude. Yeah, that was awesome. Judas Priest. Yeah, yeah, Night Clerics. Yeah. Well, we had grunge, and I don't know. I liked some of the post grunge bands. Um, they had a few songs that were pretty good. Just before and just after the year 2000, Godsmack, stuff like that. Breaking Benjamin, they were pretty cool for a while. I don't know. I just, then it just kind of, from there, that was the beginning of the end, in my opinion. It just got watered down from there. That was the last kind of, but they had some pretty good, I think that's when Cake, was really kicking ass. Mike Fleisner, what's up? Skinnerd, yeah. Wasp, yeah. Totally rad, Mike. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I like David Attenborough. I've watched all of those Planet Earth movie. I mean, all the way through. I can watch them. I can watch them over and over and over again. Literally, I'm weird like that. I just love those things. Uh, those Planet Earth movies. They go through the rainforest and the Arctic and all that shit. I love that shit. Oh yeah, Alice in Chains, dude. Bush, yeah, yeah. Oh, Headbangers Ball, yeah. Yeah, I used to love Headbangers Ball. That was the only TV show that I was genuinely upset when they stopped airing it, when it got canceled or whatever, the whatever they call it. I was really upset when I heard that Headbangers Ball was, this is the last year of Headbangers Ball or whatever. I was like, what the hell? How do you can't get rid of Headbangers Ball? How? What? No. So yeah. Oh, Anthrax. Oh yeah, Stone Temple Pilots. Yep. Oh, Sully retired, Raziel? I didn't know that. I believe it because I saw an interview with him and he was talking about, because the music had changed and they kind of mellowed out and stuff. And he's like, well, he's just honest. He said, well, I've got 3 girls now and they come jump on my lap and I'm happy. It's hard to write, it's hard to write songs about hating the world when you got 3 little girls running around the house and you just loving life, dude, So, it's hard to be a hardcore nihilistic rocker when you got 3 little girls running around the house. So that, I think that was pretty much when he knew he was done. Oh, Quiet Riot, yeah. Pantera, Walk, Skinny Puppy. Oh yeah, Cinderella, yeah. Shit, that's the one band that I hardly ever think about anymore. Hell yeah, I haven't thought of Cinderella in a long time, Zeke. Yeah, blues, rock, country, metal, grunge. Yeah, we had it all, Rusty. Yeah, me too, crap, man. I live to watch Headbangers Ball, dude. I love that show. It was awesome. Kiss had merchandising down pat, yeah. Lovely. Hey. Glad to see you here. Glad you could make it. But yeah, I always heard that about Kiss, that they were more showmen than rockers. You know what I mean? Or the musicians or whatever. They were better showmen than they were musicians. And they put on a great show. And the merchandising and all that. They had that stuff down pat. But they weren't necessarily, the greatest musicians. Primus, yeah. Yeah, Planet X. Oh yeah, I love Southern rock, Lorianne. Yeah, I always have. Danzig's one of my favorites, Chaz. Yeah. Royal Crown Reviews. Okay. Yeah, Green Jelly, Planet X. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Cash. Yep. And we never mentioned Kenny Rogers. Shit, I used to love Kenny Rogers. Coward of the County, The Gambler. He had some good shit. I used to like Kenny Rogers, dude. As far as country music went. Yeah, we're some of the only. I mean, literally. In junior high, I was listening to that pop shit because, that's, like I said, we just had the radio and stuff, and I would just listen to the top 40, and I'd listen to Madonna and Cyndi Lauper and that kind of stuff and whatever was on there. Chubby Checker and the Fat Boys or something, doing the twist. I kind of remember something like that. But then, listen to country music, rap, metal, heavy metal, grunge. I mean, just a whole slew of different types of music that I've listened to and that I really like. Some songs, there are certain songs in about every genre that from back then that I really liked. Christopher, what's your age? What are you, dude? You got to be what? So you got to be at least 45, right? You got to be at least 40. No, 40. Wait, 80. Yeah, 45. You got to be at least 45. Yeah, Jesse's Girl. Yep. Yeah, that's well, it used to be anyway. I think she's changed it now, but it used to be my wife's ringtone on her phone. Oh, sung the song for the Breakfast Club? No, I don't. Night Clerics. I don't remember who. David Allan Coe. Oh, Soundgarden. Yeah, that's one of my favorite bands of all time. Just that guy's voice, and I'm going to mind blank on his name, but I know it. I do know the lead singer of Soundgarden, and Eddie Vedder's the lead singer of Pearl Jam. So I know a few lead singers, but I'm just mind blanking on the Soundgarden lead singer. Hank Jr., yeah. Well, he's my favorite country singer of all time. Just hands down, Hank Jr. is my favorite. Country Boy Can't Survive and all that shit. Don't Stop Believing, yeah. Bacon, yeah, dude. Sublime, oh yeah. Dead Kennedys. Oh, okay. Raziel. Kenny Rogers. I liked, yeah, he had some really good songs like Coward of the County and, you know, songs that told a good story. I mean, you know, so I've never really been a big fan of anyone, not an actor or a musician or whatever. Never considered myself a fan of anything, but, there are a few of those songs, Kenny Rogers songs, that I'll listen to that shit right now, dude. Crank that shit up. Yeah, Coward of the County is one of them. And who sang that song about? There was a song about, country song about boy named, was that, Boy Named Sue? Was that, shit, somebody just said his name. See, I'm mind blank. Shit, I can't think of his name now. The Man in Black. But I don't know if that's who sung that song. And then, but I like some of those funny songs too. Agnostic Frost. Oh, Journey and yeah, and Genesis. Eagles, yeah. Toadies. Johnny Cash, yeah, Johnny Cash. You're right, Night Clerics, yeah. So he sung A Boy Named Sue, right? Oh yeah, okay, Crabman, yeah. That's a badass song, dude. You know, it tells a whole story. And, you know, and it's an awesome story. So, you know, that kind of shit, I just love that kind of stuff. And then they have funny ones too, like, I forget the name of the song, and I forget who sung it, but I only remember part of the lyrics. It goes, 40 shots rang out, 40 people fell. Patty and the killer missed each other, but they shot that town to hell. I don't know who the hell sung it, but that chunk of lyrics is stuck in my brain. Yeah. Yeah, okay, Chaz. Yeah, that's a kick-ass song. Big John, yeah. Big Bad John. Oh yeah, Devil Came to Georgia, yeah. Devil Went Down to Georgia, Planet X, yeah. That's a badass song, dude. That's one of my favorites too. I can sing that whole thing. I think I still can, but I know that whole song from start to finish. Oh yeah, Hole. Yeah. Who said that? Courtney Love. Yep. Yeah, Hole was kick ass. And what was that? Celebrity Skin, I think was the name of that album. That album kicked ass, dude. Yeah. Night Clerics 1. Oh, he covered that song, AF? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jerry Reed. Who's the guy? Mel Tillis, was it? That he stuttered when he talked? But when he sung, he would sing just flat. He had a beautiful voice, and he would sing, and you couldn't tell at all. But then when he talked, he would stutter. Famous as Mel Tillis. Does that sound right? But I think he was in some Burt Reynolds movies back then. Billy Joel. Me for president. Yeah, we'd bring back the stocks. If I was president, we'd have the stocks out. There'd be people out there you'd be able to throw rotten fruit at them and shit. Yeah. Yep. We'd make lynchings great again, because we just drag those child molesters out there. And everybody, people would be too afraid to commit crimes. Shazam, Metal Gear? You mean the hero, or is there a band called Shazam? Watch old Bandit run. Yeah, Bacon Commander. Yeah, we're going to do what they say can't be done. Yeah. I love that shit. That was some 70s shit there, boy. Remember the trucker craze? This here's the rubber duck. Convoy. Y'all forgot about the trucker craze of the 70s. Back then, I wanted to be a trucker because truckers were so awesome back then. Yeah, I didn't fulfill my dream, but I did drive a dump truck for a while. Rush, yeah. Yeah, the devil's a Yankee. Yep, you got that right, Christopher. Rod Stewart. You're a techno club kid, Muskogee Land? Oh, Jimi Hendrix, yeah. Long-haired country boy. Leave this long-haired country boy alone. Oh yeah, I've heard that thing many times where Jimi Hendrix made his guitar talk. That shit just blows my mind, dude. Still, I can listen to that shit today and I'll be like, what the hell? That he was awesome. Shannon, a millennial, talking about a new band called Santana. Yeah. Oh, Shazam, the music app. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I think I've run across it. I don't use it or anything. I think I ran across it years ago, though. Unless it's something really new and I'm just confused. But yeah, it sounds familiar, dude. Oh, Conversation with the Devil, Raziel? Ain't no reason to throw me in hell. That's badass, dude. Raziel said he just liked the way it smells. Oh, shit. Who is that? Grit and Grace? What's up? Glad to see you here. Ohio Valley Prepping. Hey, glad to see you here, man. I had a great time on your show. Glad to see you here. Thank you for showing up. That's a, that is that a that's a reason to listen to him. He's had 8 DUIs. Yeah, that's my boy. He's had 8 DUIs. Yeah, y'all crack me up sometimes. Yeah, that's outlaw right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, me too, Planet Xer. Yeah, I'm a kid at heart, dude. I just can't help it. I'll probably die a kid at heart when I'm, 95 or whatever, 87, whatever it is. I'll still be a kid at heart when I'm ancient and, knocking on the Lord's door. I'll still be a kid, dude. I don't care. I'll be watching Bugs Bunny and wishing I had some Transformers and shit when I'm 87 years old. I don't care. I don't care who knows it. Oh, BJ and the Bear. Yeah, Laura Ann. Yeah. Was that BJ and the Bear? Was that a TV show? I want to say that was a TV show, huh? I remember I have a picture of them in my head, but I can't remember if it was a movie or a TV show. The Farming Florist. Grit and Grace. Oh, My Train Is Coming. That's my favorite song by shit. Y'all are gonna be mad at me. I forgot the dude's name again. Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash. I hear the train a coming. It's rolling round the bend. Folsom Prison Blues. Yeah, that's my favorite song of his, which is probably everybody's favorite song of his. I think that's his most famous song. But I love that damn song. Oh, take this job and shove it. Yeah, Johnny Paycheck sang that. Yeah, they made a movie off of that song, didn't they? Or did they write that song for the movie? I forget which way it went now. I could have swore they made a movie off that song. You know what I mean? That song was so popular that they made a movie off of it. If my memory serves correctly. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Yeah, there's no advantage to growing up. Not inside. We all got to grow up on the outside, but not inside. Nah. Nah. That's not for me. I'm not with all that shit. Y'all can grow up all you want to. Nah. Nope. Oh, Randy Rogers? Okay. Are they newer band? Are they a newer band, AF, or is that like an older band that I just never heard of? Yeah, the trucker with the monkey, Chaz. Yeah, was that a TV show or a movie though? Did Laura Ann tell me that? Laura Ann might have already answered my question there, and I just missed it. Song was first. Okay, Crab Man, I thought so. Because that was an awesome song, and then that's how I remember it anyway, and then they made the movie. Yeah, Dolly's still kicking ass, dude. I think she has the record for the most consecutive decades with a number one hit or whatever. She's just a damn freight train. She Energizer Bunny. She's not gonna stop until she just falls over. I've got a Ghost Riders in the Sky is an awesome song. Another awesome song is Wild Goose. Last night I heard the wild goose cry, winging north from the lonely sky, or winging north through the lonely sky. But anyway, there's a couple songs like that I really love, but they've been covered so many times. Like the first time I listened to it was like, the fifth cover or whatever, you know what I mean? And that's the one that I relate to. That's the real one to me. I didn't know it was a cover at the time, you know what I mean? This is the first time I heard it and I loved it. So yeah. So when I hear the Johnny Cash version of it, it doesn't sound right. I was my dad was listening to AM radio, and the first time I heard it was some singer from the 40s or whatever. 16 Tons is another song like that. The first time I heard it was Ford something. Now I'm gonna forget. Willie. I can't remember his name now, but anyway, then later I found out that he covered it. Like he was like the fourth one to cover it, so that wasn't the original one. Weird Al. Yeah. There's a movie coming out recently, and I've read a thing about it that the music on for their opening, what's that called, the trailer, was done by some Norwegian alt metal band or some shit like that. I want to watch. It made me want to watch the movie just because they would put that crazy shit in their in their trailer. Oh yeah, buy Hot Wheels, a bag of plastic army men, and chase down the ice cream truck, Crab Man. Hell yeah, dude. It was a sitcom. Okay, Chaz. BJ and the Bear was a sitcom. I thought so. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. Electro Woman and Dinah Girl Muskogee. Yeah, Mike, Dolly, and Kenny. I think they sung together quite a few times. Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. Eddie Rabbit. Oh, the Outlaws, Christopher. Muskogee, y'all are gay. All right, yeah. Throwback channels are cool. Yeah, let's start having angry arguments about religion. Yeah, yeah. I can just start insulting everybody's religion. That's the way it normally. That's the coolest thing about this is we can talk about anything. We talk about music, and we go from literally astrophysics and quantum physics to nostalgic Gen X music or movies, and conspiracy theories. We're just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Is the moon hollow? What about Skunk Ape? Maybe Skunk Ape lives in the moon. And maybe that's where Michael Jackson is. Keep them, yeah, rawhide, Crab Man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Night Clerics, they let them, I think they passed a law, I think it was in 2013, that the Norwegians could start playing music again. I don't know when it went into effect, but I think they passed a law in 2013. Norwegian. We pick on old Lake, I'm glad he's not here. He'd give a shit about that one. No, the streak. It's me again, Margaret. Are you naked? He goes to jail and he's got one phone call. Hello, Margaret. Those kind of funny ass songs, dude. Some of those things are hilarious. Oh yeah, Hee Haw. Yeah. My favorite part of Hee Haw was that the thing about, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Doom, despair, and agony on me. And then they tell a story, about how shitty their lives are. That shit was funny, dude. I'm talking about funny. Yeah. Janet Jackson, didn't she had a couple of good songs, didn't she? Because she was singing rock music, I thought. I can't remember now. Seemed like she had a couple of good songs though. Oh, the Highwaymen, yeah. Now, then my favorite song of theirs, I think it was called Highwaymen, where the guy fell off the building the Hoover Dam and he fell off into the concrete and shit, and then the last guy was going through space. That's just a kick-ass song, dude. That's just a kick-ass song. Yeah. Yeah, Gen X only. Everything should be Gen X only, Planet Xer. I'm just, let's be realistic. If everything was Gen X only, and just let everybody else go live out in the desert in Arizona or something. Just way off in the desert. Not like in Phoenix, just out in the middle of nowhere. Let us run this bitch for a while and shit would be so awesome. Shit would be awesome, dude. And y'all know it would be. If they just put us in charge. Just put Gen X in charge for a few years. Oh, yeah. Elvira. Yeah, that was Alabama. Giddy up, papa, mow, mow. I think that was Alabama, wasn't it? Oh, Tori Amos, yeah. Who sung that song about the witch? And she would scream, that the witch would scream, another man done gone. And the witch lured this handsome guy out into the whatever, and yeah, I forget exactly how that song goes. It's another funny song, Pat Benatar, oh yeah. Oh yeah, AF. Yeah, they played that song in that movie, one of my favorite movies, and it actually, one of my favorite comedies, and it's actually kind of a recent movie too. But This Is the End. That movie is hilarious, but they play that when the shit goes down. You better be ready. Yeah, that's a kick-ass song too. Yeah, Crusader Hee Haw was the shit, dude. They had some pretty funny shit on that show. Yeah, they had some comical lyrics, Crabman, you're right. Oh, the Carol Burnett show. Yeah, Lauren, I forgot all about Carol Burnett. And Lucille Ball. Yep. Vita Vita Benjamin. Three's Company, yeah. Yeah, I used to love that show too. Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour. Elvira. Okay, Oak Ridge Boys. Okay. Eagles. Witchy Woman, Christopher. Okay. That was the name of that song. Yeah, see? Dio. Yeah. I liked, what was the name of that band? They sung Wild Boys, Duran Duran. That was one of my favorite bands, dude. I used to like Duran Duran in my early teens. How old was I? 13, 14, around that era. Wild Boys. And didn't they sing that song, Whip It? Whip It Good. They had the crazy red hats on and shit, the plastic. I think that was them. Molly Hatchet. Oh, Benny Hill. Yeah. Crusader. Yeah. Oh, I used to love that shit too. That kind of stuff just kicked ass, dude. Yeah. Because it was a little risk, for when I was a kid. That was a little, what do you call it, risque or whatever. It wasn't straight up. They weren't blatant about it, but they had scantily clad women in the Benny Hill show, and they run around doing all that crazy shit that was hilarious. Yeah, I loved watching that when I was a kid. Yeah, old Saturday Night Live Crabman. Yeah, yeah, they kicked ass. That shit was good. Back when Eddie Murphy was on there and all the greats were on there, dude. Yeah. Oh, Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah, the Munsters. Yep. Open the door. I got the stuff. uh, they did a 007 movie, Mike? I didn't know that. Which one? What, the lyrics? The soundtrack for it? Is that what you're talking about? Or they were in it? Oh, yeah, and Leaving Color was awesome. When Jim Carrey was on there, that shit was hilarious. Let me tell you something. Whip It was Devo. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Raziel. Yeah, Crusader. Benny Hill. TNA galore, dude. Oh, okay. Oh, that was one of the special songs at the campground. Yeah, man, those were the best days. I'm telling you. Oh shit. All right. I hate to cut it short, but I've got to get some sleep so I can go to work in the morning. All right. Well, I'm not cutting it short. Actually, we're running long. Actually, past time. So I hate to end it abruptly like this. Oh, Soul Train. Yep. So, great episode for nostalgia. That was awesome. Yeah, I really love it when we have a whole episode where y'all remind me of all that stuff. American Bandstand, uh, Soul Train, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I might, Jack. I did that. I really don't know why I stopped, but I used to do that. Laura Ann was there, and I think AF was there, and some of y'all were around when I was doing the trivia. So I think we had a good time, didn't we? Give me a thumbs up if you remember when we did the trivia, when I do trivia and ask questions. And if you liked it, you remember. And if you like, well, everybody give me a thumbs up for the, do the thumbs up emoji. If you remember me doing the trivia. And then give this video a thumbs up before you check out, please. I'd appreciate it. All right. Yep, Chaz, be safe out there, buddy. Wheel Gauge, Christopher, Mike Fleisner, Crusader Survivor, Bacon Commander, AF, Jack Mohack, Planet Xer, Laura Ann, Metal Gear, Shannon, Crabman, who else we got here? Oliver Rust, Mike Fleisner, my boy Mike. We're missing all our Australian friends. Tripwire and them, it's like, I don't know what time it is. It's probably midnight tomorrow over there, in Australia now. Oh, Ohio Valley Prepping was here. Who else? Nyclerics. Ezekiel. All right. Now, if I forgot your name, I apologize, but goodbye to you as well. Muskogee Land. I don't think I said Muskogee Land yet. All right. I think I got the vast majority of people. Raziel. Did I say Raziel? All right. So goodbye to all of you, my friends, my fellow Gen Xers. I appreciate you coming by and having fun, getting nostalgic with me, reminding me of all the cool shit we had back then and how shitty today is. I started out with a downer, bitching about the Epstein bullshit, and y'all turned it into a whole bunch of nostalgic fun. So thank you, I appreciate it. All right. Alrighty, I'll leave you there with that, and I'll get my ass off to bed and get ready for tomorrow. As always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.